Hello there, welcome back to the potting shed. Today I've got something a little bit different to talk about because I have this rather handsome specimen of a cactus. This is Opuntia, otherwise known as prickly pear. I picked this up locally at my local garden centre and I thought it would be a great opportunity to talk about cactuses on the channel, but also because I'm the owner of a pet tortoise and tortoises love to eat Opuntia cactuses. So I thought it would be great to use as a project to keep as a house plant, but also to propagate so I can create an additional food source for my tortoise. So I'm going to endeavour to propagate this so I can create lots and lots of cactuses out of this one mother plant and hopefully create a sustainable food source for my tortoise, which would be great, but also to create some projects for the channel, which I think would be fun. You don't see these that much in the UK, they come up only occasionally, and so I thought it would be a good opportunity to do a few different propagation projects and to see, hopefully, if we can get this to fruit, because apparently the fruits of the prickly pear are actually edible and very tasty, and I'd love to be able to do that. They generally fruit on mature plants, and I don't know if they fruit in pots grown inside or whether it's something that would only happen on plants grown outside in warmer country. So it will be an interesting opportunity to try it and see what happens. And the really good news is these are very easy to look after, very low maintenance, they need very little water. This one here is absolutely bone dry. That's how I got it from the garden centre. I haven't watered it at all. You can literally go a month or longer, probably longer, without watering it at all. You can bake it in direct sun. It's a very robust plant where it naturally lives in very hot and dry climates, and so you can recreate that. And one of the few sort of plants you can put in full sun, leave it to bake in full sun, and it will be absolutely happy. So easy to look after. If you forget to water it, it's going to be absolutely fine. Give it a little water every now and again, probably less is more. Give it a good water once a month and then leave it to totally dry out, and then leave it a little bit longer and then do it again. I think is probably going to be the best way for this. If you're going to kill this, it's probably from it rotting from too much water. So that's the only way I think you're going to have trouble with this. So less is more when it comes to watering, certainly in terms of frequency anyway. So I'm looking forward to doing a few project videos with this. I'd like to create as many plants as I can from this one mother plant, if you like. So I'm going to learn how to propagate it as many times as possible, and obviously I'll take you guys along for the ride. If you want to get yourself one of these and have a go yourself, I'll put some links down below the video where you can get them. They're not readily available in the UK. They come and go. I've only seen them a few times in my local garden centre over the last 3 or 4 years, to be honest. But if you have a look at the links down below, you can get them also in the US. There'll be some US and North American links down there as well. So concerning the care, I've already touched on that. Very little water, and it will be very little feeding as well. Maybe once a month if you want to feed it regularly. It probably doesn't even need that. A couple of times in the growing season through the summer, from spring through to summer, you can feed it. If you feed it more, I imagine it will grow faster. If you feed it less, it's going to grow slower, but I don't think it's going to affect its health at all. It's used to an environment with very little nutrients in the soil. It's used to an environment with lots of heat and very harsh conditions. This is definitely a plant that you can neglect, is probably a strong word, but you certainly can leave it to its own devices and it's going to be absolutely fine. There is one thing you do have to be aware of with this plant though. It looks, for all intents and purposes, like a spineless cactus, which is what I thought when I first saw it originally. I thought, great, one less thing so I don't prick myself on the spines, which I usually do with other cactuses I have. But looks can be deceiving because this actually has, I'll show you up close here. Now I don't know if the camera will pick it up because there's such tiny little barbed hairs on the end of each of one of those spots on the leaves, and they actually, if you manage to touch the pads with these barbed hairs, they're going to go straight into your finger under your skin and actually going to be very irritating. and potentially they can cause quite severe allergic reactions if you are allergic to this type of thing. I don't want to find out if I can help it, so I'm glad that my research showed that up, because I'm going to definitely be careful around touching the pads. If you do want to repot it, then I suggest using tongs or just something to wrap around the foliage pads to avoid touching them at all, or you can actually scrape away the hairs carefully, and then you can touch the pads if you want to. But I'm probably just going to end up getting them under my skin. I just know it. I'm going to have a good go at avoiding it if I possibly can. So don't say I didn't warn you if you buy one of these. Alright, so stay tuned for more videos to do with this Opuntia prickly pear cactus. I'm looking forward to having some fun with this one, propagating it, and hopefully see if we can get it to fruit as well. I think that would be a lot of fun. So subscribe if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, and please give it a thumbs up if you found this video interesting or helpful, and I'll catch you again very soon on another video. Bye for now.